What's up, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of After the Credits. I'm Fraser, and if you've been listening to our podcasts, firstly, thank you. This is something a little bit different. If you've been listening to our reviews, you know they're pretty tight. That's intentional. We don't want to spend 45 minutes telling you a movie was good when we can tell you in 12. After the credits is where we get to have the conversations that don't fit inside those reviews. The reviews will always be the backbone to what we do. They are structured, they are edited, they're very heavily focused, and we build that around one simple question: is it worth your time? Because let's be honest, we're all got very busy lives between work, family, streaming services, throwing new content at us every 5 minutes, and heading to the cinemas where they kind of ask us to hand over half our paycheck for some popcorn. Nobody wants to waste their time on something that isn't worth watching. That's why our reviews are the way they are. We write them ourselves, we edit them ourselves, we cut out the fluff, and we keep them focused. Most of our reviews sit comfortably under the 20-minute mark. Our quick bite reviews are generally under the 15-minute mark. Even our longer extended reviews usually sit around that 15 to 20-minute mark. We want to respect your time, but after the credits is where things get a little bit looser. This is where we get to chat, we get to talk movies, talk television, answer questions, talk about what's coming up, and even tell a few stories. We might even go off on a few tangents along the way because I am very good at doing that. So I thought for the very first episode, I'd probably introduce myself and tell you a little bit about Frame 70 and what it's all about. For those who don't know, I've been a movie fan for as long as I can remember. I love cinema. I love television. I love sitting in a dark room with a giant bucket of popcorn, being completely transported somewhere else for a few hours. And my movie taste is all over the place. I'm a huge James Bond fan, always have been. I love Marvel TV as well, but we won't go there just yet. I love a lot of DC stuff as well, especially the newer DC stuff that's a little bit lighter. But also don't mind the Schneider stuff. I'm also just as much as I am happy watching big blockbusters. I even love a little more quirkier stuff, like the stuff that Wes Anderson does. I've got a pretty broad taste when it comes to movies and TV shows. The area I'll never really been huge on is extreme gore horror stuff. A good thriller, absolutely. A creepy horror film, no problem. But if the entire selling point is how many buckets of blood they can throw at the screen, that's probably not where you'll find me spending my Friday night. One thing I'm excited about with Frame 70 is the range of films and TV we have coming up over the next few months. We have The Devil Wears Prada, The Odyssey, Spider-Man, The Backrooms, The Dog Stars, Resident Evil, Pressure. We also will obviously be covering Doomsday, and we've got some really good TV shows coming up as well. Obviously, we have just dropped the amazing TV show on Apple Plus, Widow's Bay. We have another one coming out in the next week or so, Alice and Steve, which is currently on Disney Plus. It is absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, we have some really, really good stuff coming out. Now, while you'll hear a lot of me, I'm not the only voice you'll hear on Frame 70. Our co-host Darryl is also joining the team. Darryl's got a huge love of movies and TVs, particular some of the classic stuff. He's going to be covering a lot of our From the Vault reviews, older films, older TV, films that deserve another look, along with some TV and reviews, and he'll take some deeper discussions. In fact, one of his first reviews coming up in the next few weeks is the classic film Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg. So, if you've been a fan of revisiting older movies and seeing whether they still hold up today, you're going to enjoy what Darryl brings to Frame 70. Now, there's one more member of the team I should probably introduce, and that is Norman. Norman is my British Bulldog. Technically, Norman doesn't do any reviews, at least not officially. But if you hear a random bark in the background during and after credits episode, that's a very good chance that he's letting me know he disapproves with something I've just said. Norman, in many ways, is a bulldog. He's very, very grumpy, and he likes to be opinionated. Um, The reviews themselves are always quite polished and edited. These episodes are different. They're more relaxed, they're more natural. So if Norman does decide he wants to join the conversation, well, that's just part of the show. There's probably enough about me for today, though. Uh, the first episode is really just about saying hello, welcoming you to this side of Frame 70 with our after the credits open mic style. The reviews aren't going anywhere. We're still dropping reviews on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We dropped them quite early in the morning. Obviously, as you can tell from my accent, I have a mixture of New Zealand and Australia. We are located in Australia, so our reviews drop set to Australian time. So we usually drop reviews around that 4 a.m. mark, so commuters in the morning heading to work can hear them. Uh, that's where you'll find a lot of our focus movies and television reviews will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But every now and then we will sit down and we'll do an after the credits episode and just talk movies. No stopwatch, no strict structure, no polish, no editing like you'll find on our reviews. There's no pressure. Just movie fans talking about the things that we love. And obviously, that's probably the best way to describe what Frame 70 is. We're not trying to be the loudest voice in the room. We're not trying to tell you what you are supposed to like. We're just movie fans who enjoy talking about movies and television and hopefully helping you decide what's worth spending your time on. So, thank you for joining me for this very first episode of After the Credits. If you've been listening to our reviews that we've put up over the last week, thank you for supporting the channel. If this is your first time discovering us, welcome aboard. I'll catch you next time, and thanks for listening.